Our very first question was, what do Germans care about? What do they really, really care about?
And this is the answer that we got.
Yeah.
There are two things in Germany, in German psyche, that are important: monetary stability and soccer.
So this is Klaus Frankenberger. He's an editor at the FAZ, which is a big paper in Germany. And that term, when he's talking about that, what that means is that people in Germany are afraid that their money is going to lose value, that they're going to wake up tomorrow and the money in their bank account is going to be worth less than it was the day before. And they are
really worried about this.
The thing that scared them about this whole euro crisis is that the euro had been so strong and so stable, and now they saw all these countries around them going into debt, they saw all these problems, and they were afraid that this stability that they value, that they hold so dear, was going to be in jeopardy. So we started off by thinking, where does this fear come from? Why are people afraid of inflation? Why are they afraid of their money losing value? And basically everyone we met on our trip, we asked them, is this something that you worry about?
You think this is the German angst to worry about in inflation. This is true even in the younger generation. Money should be worth something. This is a threat.
But has that ever happened to you?
No, to me, I'm very lucky that this didn't happen to me. But I think it's a part of the German thinking.
So this was just a random 25-year-old kid who was totally dressed up like a goth, like very kind of weird looking, sitting outside Dunkin' Donuts. And he's worried that his savings, which most 25-year-olds in America don't even have, might lose money. You know, it's very, very different. And to tell the story of inflation in Germany, like everything in Germany, it's very, very rooted in its past. Its past is very present over there, which is something I didn't know until I had gone, and you wouldn't know unless you go. And the reason why Germans, all Germans, are so worried about inflation has to do with a very specific period in its history. So after World War I, we remember who won and who lost that war. Germany had to pay a lot of money to France and to the other powers. And one of the ways that it dealt with the massive amount of debt that it had was it printed tons of money to pay off these debts, and the money became worthless. So people are running around with wheelbarrows full of money. This is a famous story, the story of the Weimar Republic.
It's a contested issue among historians, among economists, whether hyperinflation of the Weimar Republic did eventually lead to Hitler taking power. But the fact of the matter is, in most Germans' minds, those two things are associated. They not only are afraid that when they wake up tomorrow, their bank account is going to be worth less, but they're worried that that type of monetary instability, political instability, could lead to someone like that taking power. And that scares them. And that really helps to understand why they have this perpetual fear of inflation, why it's something you can ask anyone about, and they're able to say, yeah, I'm worried about it. It's in my mind.
Yeah, I can actually speak to that in a probably unusual example, but I'm about 40% German. This is by coincidence. I didn't know you were speaking about Germany today. But my grandfather emigrated from Germany to the United States, and his family ultimately left because his father owned a construction business, and he was trying to get an anniversary gift for his wife, and I think it took about 2 wheelbarrows full of money to buy it in the afternoon. Well, in the evening, when he went back to pick it up, it was going to cost 3. So he had to have his construction team take off of work for the afternoon and get the 3rd wheelbarrow and take it there. And it was at that moment that they kind of realized, this isn't sustainable, we need to leave. And they left, and only 10 years later, his son, my grandfather, was fighting in the war.